All right. Hello and welcome. I'm Michael Jobity, and I'll be hosting this live stream today, as well as the award ceremony on the 7th and 8th of December at the Ealing Picture House Cinema in West London. Welcome to the 5th edition of the MiraBan UK Film Awards, powered by the MiraBan Company and founded by our festival director and founder, Jay Minari, who is also an independent writer, producer, and director, member of Directors UK, nominated Filmmaker of the Month in June 2024, by My First Job in Film. Today is also October 14th. Indigenous Peoples Day is today, and it is celebrated today in parts of the US to honor the history, culture, and contributions of Native American communities. It serves as a counter to Columbus Day, promoting recognition of Indigenous diversity and addressing historical injustices. But more on MiraBan. MiraBan UK Film Awards, or MUFA, is a British BFI Film Fund winning film festival listed on the British Council Festival Directory and London-based, focused on showcasing diversity in Auteur movies. Created despite all the challenges of an indie, low-budget production. MiraBan provides a spotlight for underrepresented, emerging, and experienced independent filmmakers through on-site networking events, live-streamed industry tasks, online film courses, and most recently, an independent film fund launched to support the making of more independent short films. If you haven't done so yet, check out our affordable festival tickets, just £16 for 2 days of screenings and panels, and don't miss the limited Career Pass tickets, which offer exclusive industry access. Subscribe to our art house-focused streaming platform, Stream Auteur, to watch all the officially selected candidates of this edition and vote for your favorite, which will win the Best Film Audience Award. Let's get the ball rolling with our first guest. Please welcome Ed Willey from the UK, shortlisted for Best UK Short or Comedy Short with their film Simon. Another breathtaking diversity-driven story where a character named Simon knocks on a couple's door and brings news that will turn their world upside down. Let's watch the film trailer together, and then we'll continue our conversation diving into the inspiration, challenges, and creative journey behind this amazing film. Without further ado, let's check it out.
My name's Simon. Simon.
Simon.
It's all just a mess.
Amazing. So let's kick off the Q&A. Ed, it's a pleasure to have you on the live stream today. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks so much for having me. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
No, it's so nice to have you on the show today. I know we were chatting just before the session as well. I think one of my first questions would be, you had a limit of 48 hours to create this short. So maybe if you want to start off by kind of going through what that process was like and what you tried to focus on to make that film that you put together come together so quickly and in such an amazing way.
Yeah, so the 48-hour competitions, of which there are quite a few now, have been a really good way of like just getting out there and getting a film made like really quickly. I mean, as you say, like it's quite an intense kind of time pressure that it puts you under. But one of the things, having done like a few of them, we kind of tend to start to really try and focus on like simple stories that we can tell, like, you know, in a very short space of time. Just focus on making it really contained, really straightforward, but like still with that kind of try and get like a full story arc in there, even with the like limited time frame to actually, like, you know, the limited runtime and everything. But yeah, it's kind of from blank page to finished, like completed edit in just under 48 hours. It's pretty intense, but yeah, very rewarding.
Oh, definitely very rewarding, and congratulations on doing that. Not a lot of people can say that they can put together such an amazing film in that short period of time. I guess, what inspired you for the story itself? Like, how did you come to that story?
Again, it came from just wanting to create something really simple, like just a really simple setup. We kind of landed on it quite, well, I say early on in the process. Not a very long process, but almost immediately we just like, what if it's this guy who just turns up at a house and says he's the a long lot of fun, and that just kind of snowballed from there. Because like we had the location, we knew the actors who we were going to be working with, so it was creating something that we could kind of make characters to fit the actors that we had, and it would also fit in the location. So we had this amazing house over in East London that we were using, which had that amazing workshop space in the back that we use in the film as well. So it was kind of trying to take all the pieces that we had and tell this kind of little story using all those, kind of using them as constraints to kind of like plot the story and kind of build this like little story about these three characters.
Yeah, and after watching the short myself, like the chemistry was so strong as well. It's amazing that you're able to capture that. I feel like it really emulated the emotions. The audience could really empathize and connect with the character. So to be able to do that in such a short period of time is amazing. So congrats again.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, I just
yeah, go for it.
Shout out the cast, like as you brought up there, like they. To come together in such a short space of time, like, with a script that was written only hours before shooting, like they really kind of, while we were like setting up shots and moving gear around, they kind of took themselves off and they like really worked through the material and kind of like brought the characters out and put a lot into it. So yeah, like, and I think it's just I think it really shows, and like I'm hugely appreciative for all the work that they put into it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Shout out to the cast because, as I mentioned, just amazing chemistry and yeah, fantastic job. So you kind of shed some light on some of the components of building the film from scratch. Obviously, on the live stream, there's a lot of filmmakers, up and coming filmmakers who are also interested in the behind the scenes. So, MiraBan pays attention to the making of original stories despite the budget limitation. I was wondering if you could shed some light on the film's budgeting, whether it was funded, self-funded, and kind of how you were able to bring that production to fruition.
Self-funded, as most of these kind of 48-hour competitions are. I don't think many of them would get sort of funding for them, but most of them. So, I mean, one of the good things about doing these, and one of the reasons I've done quite a few of them, in terms of like getting films made and getting films done, like the cast and crew, they all kind of volunteer their time. So it's really about just getting a location, like finding either finding friends with locations you can use for free, or maybe paying a friend or a friend of a friend like a couple £100 to use, like whatever location they have. So it's like everything. It's like it's super. It couldn't be much lower budget. Let's put it like that. It's super low budget. Again, but it all kind of comes into the collaborative nature of, filmmaking in general is, it's one of the things I love about it is the collaborative nature of it. And then on these projects, like you really do have to come together as a team, and everyone pitches in with ideas and like from different aspects. So it's, collaboration and super low budget.
Yeah, and I think to your point, right? You're a team, you're working together. It's almost like a company, and being able to work in such a cross-functional team with the shared goal, the same vision, it requires everyone to bring in their strengths, right, to make it possible.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's amazing. I think a final question would be, what was the most exciting part about working on this film? I know it was a condensed period of time, but yeah, what was the most fun you had?
Most fun. I mean, it comes back to the collaboration. Like we were such a small team, and just working with these guys who like really know their stuff. And again, I'll shout out the cast again. Like they really brought it, and they were like absolute pleasure to work with. Like they just kind of they smashed it out of the park. And I really should shout out my DOP who also edited the film. He had a very long day of shooting and then editing way into the night. Seeing it all come together, seeing everyone work together. I mean, I appreciate it. It's an unusual one because it is such a compressed thing. It's like it kind of just happens, and then everyone kind of disperses. I love the writing process and working. We always have like a sort of little writer's room in the evening beforehand. So that's always really fun when we're kind of throwing ideas around and like writing the script and like like speeding through that sort of process, and then going straight into shooting. And it's a really fun process. Like it's really intense on the day, but I always look back on them very fondly. It's well worth doing. I highly recommend it. It's a great thing for new filmmakers to do, because it gives you experience of being on set and making a film in a very short space of time and coming out the other end with something finished, without the kind of all the, I don't want to say baggage, but like filmmaking it can be a very long drawn out process. So it really focuses you and gets you to like produce something, which I think is really useful, and just a great experience.
That's fantastic. No, well, thank you so much, Ed. I think that's our last question for the Q&A. Thank you so much for shedding light on the creative process and the behind the scenes of the amazing film you put together. And with that, I'd like to give a special thanks to our amazing guest, Ed. It's been incredible getting to hear your thoughts, and I'm sure the audience really enjoyed it. So some quick reminders for the audience themselves. Festival passes are available for purchase on the MiraBan and Ealing Picture House website. Career passes are limited and available at miraban.com. You can also find the links in the comment section of this live stream. The red carpet reception, followed by the award ceremony, will take place at the Ealing Picture House Cinema on the 8th of December, which is Pansexual and Pan-Romantic Pride Day. This is when all the winners will be announced and where the Mayor of Ealing will be representing the Best UK Short and UK Feature Awards. Starting from the 7th of December, all shortlisted films will be available to stream on our platform for 5 weeks. You have the chance to vote for your favorite to win the Best Film Audience Award. The winning filmmaker will receive free access to our festival promotion, funding, and distribution strategies course, along with a 1-year distribution deal on Stream Auteur. How can you vote for your favorite? Well, it's super easy. Register on Stream Auteur and click Add to Favorites for the film you want to vote for. Thank you again, Ed, and a special thanks to Jay Minari, our festival director. And that brings us to the end of the live stream. But keep an eye out for our other live streams leading up to the big day on December 7th and 8th at the Ealing Picture House. Thank you and goodbye for now.